Hello and welcome to Fellowship Manager 1021, which was a LD entry by Honest Dan Games, BrainoidGames and Elysia Griffin. The theme was unstable, and we've gone along a theme of an unstable king, and we are a fellowship trying to overrule him and to usurp him and bring back stability to the lands. We kind of wanted to pay tribute to Football Manager, hence the title, which is a simulation game where you don't play the game of football. Instead, you manage a bunch of players and then they do simulated football matches with commentary and stuff. And it's more about keeping the players healthy and looking after them and making sure you're playing strategically and organising them in a match so that they play to their strengths. So let's see how our take on that went when we have a fellowship and battles instead of a football match and football players. We'll name our team, let's call ourselves the Honest Adventurers. I'll choose a banner. Let's click the lovely pug here. And there we go, the Honest Adventurers at the top. There's a bunch of statistics for us, but really what we care about is reputation. We want to be able to raise that high enough so that we can go and take on the king and try and usurp him. We'll get that through going and fighting the king's units and getting our name out there as people who are strong, people who are capable of usurping this king. Strength is how many units we've got. You click this fellowship overview button. That'll show those 8 units that we've got. We can expand on that if we visit villages to recruit. And just like in a football manager game, you have yourself a spreadsheet's worth of stats. So they have stats that'll be impacted. Energy when you move tile, that'll go down. Food, the same. Every time you kind of a day goes by, your food will go down and your water will go down, and we'll need to stop to eat and drink in places in order to replenish those. And then we have hygiene, it works in a similar way. We have some selected roles that will come into play when we decide to camp down for the night, and you can choose to do different activities, but this is relative to where you are. So for example, we can't go fishing if we're not on a tile with water. And then we just have some stats that'll impact these. So if I did choose to go hunting, then my hunting skill here is going to kind of contribute to how well I do it. So it allows us to kind of choose, right, this person will be a good hunter, for example, whereas this person, not so much, but they got high charisma, so they're probably going to be good at recruiting. So it allows you to kind of choose the best person for the job. We can use this toggle skills button to see a bit more about them, and this is all about what's going to happen when we do our battles. So the battles, we'll see one in a short while, and we'll talk a little bit about these battle tactics when we get into it. But essentially you get to organise your units and tell them the strategies to employ and what weapons to equip in the battle. Now it automatically equips their best weapon, but if we were to look on one of these, it'll give you the full information, and you can see, right, as much as their best weapon is mace fighting, they can do alright at sword fighting and archery, but they probably shouldn't go lance fighting. Great, okay. So, so far we've got a good mix of them. Only one person on the bow, but we can have a look at that in a short while. Let's save this then. So we're just looking at our overview. The battle tactics we'll have a look at when we find a fight. So first things first, let's move into these woodlands, shall we? Now, because we're in the woodlands, it says, okay, you can rest, you can eat, you can cook, you can hunt. All right, let's go and hunt some food. You see we're on 20 at the moment up here. Let's see who's good at hunting. We've got this one who's good at hunting. We noted them earlier, so they're already on that. This one's good at hunting. This one's good at hunting as well. So hopefully we can catch us some food. The rest of them, their energy isn't massively low. They could probably do with eating, if I'm honest with you, but we'll eat as a group in a bit. So let's restore some energy. Let's spend the night. Okay, so 5 fellows rested, 10 animals were hunted, that's good for food, and we lose some reputation because we're not fighting. So it encourages you need to go and fight, and you can't just dawdle, because otherwise your name will not be heard amongst the land as the ones who are going around and putting an end to the king's reign. Okay, so now that we've got a lot of food, we can probably eat as well. Let's look at our stats. Yeah, everyone's almost on top energy other than those who were out hunting. We just need to keep an eye on our food. So let's go into our first fight and see how this works. So I'll click on the fighting tile and we get to see this battle tactics screen that I said I'd show you earlier. So we can choose their weapons. I'm going to just find someone else who can use a bow as well. I'd like to have more than one person on the bow. So I'm going to look in. This guy's his archery is 13. His health is really high though. We might try and look for someone who has less health. How about his... Yeah, this will do, because he hasn't got much health, so we probably don't want him in the front line. So we're going to change them to be on equipping his bow instead. Okay, now this is where all the strategizing comes, on the right side of the screen. So you can choose different formations for your what we call battle blocks. So let me just show you. If I change these a bit, it helps me show what they do. So you basically can organize the 6 different blocks into different shapes. So based on however you want it to work, you can choose different formations. Now, after that, you can click on each one of these individual battle blocks and give those particular strategies as well. So let's say that we want B2 and B5. We'll get both of those to retreat. So let me change this one so they come back. And then we're going to get B3 to just move forward slowly. The same with B4. And then we'll probably get B1 to just charge fast to catch up with them. Now, because of that, I probably want to keep my archers and those who are low health at the back, and maybe some of my beefy ones with big amount of health at the front. So B2 and B5 is where we want our archers. So let's move you to B5, and our other archer we want to put in B2. Okay, brill. Now, the biggest health people we want in B3 and B4. You don't have to fill all of these blocks, by the way. We could just chuck everyone else in the middle there, but we'll see how it goes. So B3, you're already in there with a lot of health. You are going to go to B4. You also have a lot of health. You're in B3 and you're in B4 as well. Great. So now we just have the flankers left. So the flankers are B1 and B6. So we've got one person, yeah, a sword. They got low health, mind, but they're going to be flanking, so hopefully they don't get hurt too badly. We don't have anyone in the B6 area at the moment. So it might be good to get one person across to B6. Let's go for... Hang on, B2 and B5. Do we have anyone who... Yeah, okay. Here, we got a swordsman going back. So let's chuck those on B6 instead. Alright, so that's kind of allocated our soldiers out to those locations. And let's have a battle. Now, if you're familiar with Football Manager games, it's all simulated. We don't get to control them. We get to watch. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll put it in slow mode so you can see a bit more what's going on. You see the formations, these archers who came back initially to stay out of the thick of it. We have our heavy guys at the front taking them down. We have our left flank having a fight one-on-one over here. And hala, we've won. It said that we fought well. 2 units got some of their attributes leveled up from fighting as well. That's good. Okay, so if we go here, we can now see who lost health. Okay, we have Alderman. You lost a bit of health there. Greg the Benedict, he lost a little bit. He was the one who was flanking as well, wasn't he? So we might chuck him on the... Potentially, we could swap him to be a bow person and put him in one of the back blocks instead. Well, yeah, we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, okay, so that was good. Let's carry on fighting, shall we? So let's go down to these ones next. Now, if I want to change my strategy, I can, obviously. We'll probably just... yeah, let's go for this. So we're going to use B5 and B6 as our bowers this time. Have we got a B5 bow? Yeah, and B6 is sword. Okay, so we want to set our archers to B6 now. And we have you're going to be B6 as well. And then we'll get the heaviest ones in B1 and B2. So B1, B2, and then everyone else we will get in the middle, B3 and B4. Oh, yeah, we'll just stick to that plan anyway. B3, you're in B4. You can get into B3. There we go. And then B1 at the front because he's strong. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we've got to sort out how we want them to work. So let's say these are going to charge our heaviest ones. Let's get those both charging. These guys are going to maybe flank to the left. These guys flank to the right. And then I guess we can just slowly go forward because you need to be in range to hit them with the bow still. So we'll just move forward slowly with both of these. Alright, let's give that a go. So you see our bow is moving forward slowly. You see the flanks going on and the heavy boys at the front taking the hits. We probably could do with these charging forward. The heavy boys are taking a lot of damage on their own there. But it looks like we've won this. And you see the little commentary we got at the bottom explaining what's going on in the fight. But yeah, another victory for us. Our reputation's going up. So let's head towards this village, shall we? It might be good to spend a day and try and recover a bit. So we need some healing here. We can see a couple of us are lower on health. So let's see who's good at healing. Alright, you can be a medic. You can be a medic. You can be a medic. And down here we've got another one. Alright, this should hopefully heal up all the folk we need. The rest of them probably need to do a bit of eating. If they're not a medic at the moment, they should eat. We would have liked to add ways to obviously apply to all or filter these and order them based on stats, but we were really short on time. But we'll perform that. We can see we got 3 food supplies and 6 fellows were healed. We'd lost a bit of reputation. That's fine. But there we go. We can see our health has been recovered. We're all full health now, ready to go. Let's pop to this village. And you can see we can do a couple of extra things here. We can drink here, which is good. We can heal the wounds of others. We can pray to reduce our instability. That goes up the more you kill people. And then we can attempt to recruit new people. So let's go ahead, spend this. Let's look for the high charisma ones and get some new people. Let's recruit with you, and recruit with you. We got 2 more. Yeah, let's get these recruits in. See, you don't definitely get a recruit. It's a chance, you know. So as for the rest of them, I think some of them still need to eat. You need to eat. Eat. Yeah, all the ones who were medics last time, I guess, probably need to eat. And at the moment you can rest, I guess, because you ate last time too. Okay, let's go. So there we go. We got 4 new fellows. Excellent. Okay, so if I went into this, we can now see, aha, we do have 4 more fellows. What kind of combatants are they? Okay, so we're going to make sure that you go into the back pack that we had before with the boas. And then B1 and B2 were for the front. So you can probably go into B2. You've got quite a lot of health. And then you can be in one of the flanking teams. That sounds good to me. Save and close. We also plan to change the strats of these a little bit, right? To make them just charge as well. So let's go ahead and put these to charge. Like so. There we go. Happy with that. And let's go and take on a few more people, shall we? Alright. Off we go. And we get these. We get them a bit faster. So the commentary is nice. It does actually report on the things that are happening in game as well. But we're going to try and just run it through fast so we can get an idea of how this works. Now looking at this, our hygiene's fine, so we don't desperately need to bathe. So we won't go to the lake, but we can sit here, and we probably do good to do a little bit of eating, I think. So let's go eat. All of us eat, and then we can try and get some hunting maybe on the way back. So you can just keep recruiting, but that's going to mean there's more people to manage. We would have liked to have balanced it a little bit better, but to prevent people from recruiting more and more and more. But ultimately, it becomes a bit of a hindrance to have too many people at least. So here is a temple, and the temple allows you to pray. It's one of the few places along with towns that allows you to pray and reduce this instability, this unstable stat that we've got up here. So if we've got anyone, we can set those to pray. Anyone who's quite high on that from kills in combat. So let's go ahead and set those to do that while we're here, because you can't do it everywhere. So we might as well make the most of it while we're at the temple. You can pray as well. And then the rest of them, I think, will just have a rest. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Okay, so we'll perform that. 5 fellows rested to recover energy. And if we look here now, you can see our stability has gone back to 0. Sorry, our instability has gone to 0 after praying and confessing and whatever it is we did to get rid of that burden of battle. Okay, so we need to get some food, so I'm going to pop here to the lake. Our hygiene's still alright. We'll just get a few hunters to get some fish for us, which will keep us going for the rest of the journey, I hope. So we'll choose everyone who can fish to fish. We got some good fishes out of the new ones as well. Okay, and we'll spend time doing that. There we go, 41 fish. That should keep us going for some time. So let's go and fight some more battles, I think. We probably could do with a little bit of a rest. Most of our units are not high. There's 1 or 2 who aren't. You don't need much of a rest, so we'll just put those on to eat if they're that high. Yeah, other than that, we should be good. So let's spend the night there. So we could also use a chef, and a chef would allow us to use less food to feed the same amount of people. But we haven't quite done that yet. Let's go ahead and have a few more battles then, so you can get an idea of... the battles do get more difficult the more kind of time you spend going around the map. So if you're dawdling around, just walking around, it will mean that you are going to be up against tougher enemies. But you may have recruited a better fellowship, so it might not be too bad of a problem. Okay, so in the village here, I think we're just going to rest up again. That's not a problem. Oh, 3 of them still set to eat accidentally, weren't they? Let's put those off of eating so we don't accidentally eat next time. Rest is your nice default thing. You use energy every time you move, so you can generally rest most times if you don't need other things. Okay, so for this time, we're just going to move forward slowly with the front ones to hope that they all arrive at the same time. So let's see. Yeah, there you go. You can see. Yeah, our weaker ones are probably getting into the action a bit too fast, but you can tweak it and try and get them to behave how you need them or want them to. We can maybe try and change a little. Let's have it compact. I think the compact versus the... Yeah, we still got our boas at the back, so that's quite good. But we've got our heavier boys on the left, so we might have these to charge first. If I remember, 1 and 2 was our charging group, right? So we'll get those to charge, and then we'll get these to move forward slowly. Alrighty. Let's give that a go. Here we go. So you see, they're moving more as a group. This right side's a little weak, but we split up quite well. That's good. Alrighty, let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. We might need to rest and heal up as well in a moment. I didn't check my health. But you see our collective health on our side is going down a little bit. We're losing health. Let's have a look. Yeah, some of them are relatively low on health. So let's take a day to heal, shall we? So set some of them to be medics. To heal up the ones who have been injured in battle. How's the rest of our stats? Ah, we're quite thirsty at the moment. Okay. Well, we can either go to the town to drink. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep on moving. Let's go here and let's get everyone a chance to drink. I mean, what better way to spend your evenings before you go and try and take down a king who's lost his way? It's to find the nearest inn, drink yourself, fully hydrate. Right, let's do that. Awesome. So if any of these stats fall down to 0 when you're traveling around, your units will die. You can see this one, for example, is on 10 food, 11. We might lose these if we don't feed them. So I'm going to go here quickly, and we just want to feed them before they die. Dying isn't the best. Pro tips you're getting right here. Let's feed these, because we're going to have to move a little bit to go up to the king. So the food on this one's fine. We'll just rest with those. Anyone else really low? You're eating. These as well need to eat. Okay, yeah, that should be good. So there we go, 9 food supplies. I should have put a chef on as well, but I forgot. Alright, there we go, let's go. Let's go for that same formation we had last time. I quite liked it. There you go, our boas taking him down from afar. Excellent. Okay, so we have one more fight ahead of us, but I think we might go and just, if I remember correctly, we might need a little bit more reputation to take on the king. So if we keep on moving, you can see it tells us you need 500 reputation. Crikey. Alright, so we're going to have to keep moving, but keep an eye on our stats as well. Stability's going up, but we got a while until that gets to 100. Hygiene is dipping down a bit. The water as well. Okay, we can go down to this town, kill these, drink. Hopefully we have time. So let's... Oh, great. 2 of the units died due to exhaustion. We didn't rest. Okay, so we've got to have everyone drink. Maybe we can just stay in town for a while and eat and drink. You can also drink at the rivers as well. Okay. I think we may... Oh, someone else is exhausted as well. Oh, this one, you do not... You can't drink at the lake. Obviously, it's salt water, right? So you need to rest. Food. There's a couple of them who need to eat as well. So it's getting a bit difficult to manage all of these. We'll try and spend a night. Restore that. Let's go and have a fight. We've got less units now as well because they've died due to exhaustion. So it is a little bit tricky. Okay. Lovely. Any stats worryingly low? Food is a little bit low. But we've got enough reputation now. But every time we spend a night and we don't fight, we lose a little bit. So let's give it a go. Let's see if we can make it up to the king. We're gonna rest. You're gonna rest. You're gonna eat. I don't want any of these to die on the way. Hygiene, water, crikey. Some of these are gonna die to disease soon if they don't wash. We're gonna just get some food. We've got plenty of food left at least. Alright, let's get these eaten. Eaten. We probably could do with a few medics if they're fine, but no, most people are really hungry. So okay, we're gonna keep on moving. Do we need to stop? Is anyone gonna die? No, we can go one more, I think. Alright, we'll spend the day. We'll eat. It's our last time. Alright, let's do this. Time to take on the king. Let's go. Oh, wow, he has a lot of troops. I'm not too sure we're going to do it with this army. We lost quite a few. Oh, we're still going. Our collective health is looking good. Our archers are really doing work at the moment. And thankfully their units are just going to take it. They're not too aggressive. They're just letting our archers go at it, which is very thankful. Now, that meant we usurped the king, of course. And our very makeshift ending means that the king has been stabilized and we had brought stability to the lands that he ruled. So, yeah, thank you for checking out our game. It was a lot of fun to make. It was definitely something that we scoped far too much and we didn't balance it. And there's a lot of confusion going on for new players. There's a lot of things to manage as well. It's not very obvious what does what. But for a 3-day game jam, we're very pleased with how much we managed to cram into it, and a lot of things that we learnt along the way as well. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed checking out a little bit of Fellowship Manager, and if you want to check it out, do feel free to have a look at it on my itch page, on the Ludum Dare 49 site, and I'll drop a link below in the comments. Alright, thank you very much. I've been Dan, you've been great. I'll see you again soon.